blow. No, faces. Relax and blow. Relax and blow. Blow. If it starts to on, keep pushing. That's a good push. Okay, try and relax. Well, okay. It hurts a little bit. Don't gritting your teeth. No gritting your teeth. That'll go. Push. Oh, boy. Oh, my God. Terrific. Terrific. Yeah. On the core and the arm. Don't push. Hold on. Oh, my God. Very good.
What is it?
I don't know, but it's trying. It's a little boy.
You want this girl.
That's okay, isn't it?
A child is born, dependent and needing to be cared for many years. To grow up healthy and become a part of his society, this child will need the guidance and care of a family.
He's great. He's having a good time already. Hey, Marco.
Through the love and care of his family, the child will grow up and learn the elements of his culture. But a family not only provides for the nurturance and training we need, it is the very cornerstone of our cultures, for it serves many other vital functions for our societies. It minimizes sexual competition. It provides a basis for cooperative alliances between groups. It functions as a basic economic unit. And it provides the emotional support and sustenance its members need. Most families are formed through marriage, and marriage ceremonies are a key rite of transition found in almost all cultures. Among the Orthodox Jews of Brooklyn, New York, marriage is a sanctified ritual which helps ensure the continuity of an ancient way of life. Among the Barabeg cattle herders of northern Tanzania, a bride is anointed in red ochre and butter and is led into a marriage hut where she is instructed on how to manage her husband, who waits in his own village. In Korea, following tradition, elders have arranged a match for their children. The bride and groom have never met. They see each other for the first time at their wedding. In the Fiji Islands, the union of children of two chieftains is celebrated with the presentation of whale's teeth, thus cementing a political alliance as well as a marriage. Marriage and family customs are intimately tied to a society's economy and social structure. Among the Turkana of northwest Kenya, marriage is central to a person's economic and societal status. The Turkana are pastoralists, and prosperity in their economy depends upon having many animals. Keeping cattle, goats, and camels requires a great deal of work. Migrating from place to place, building temporary homes, finding water holes and feeding grounds, making sure domestic animals aren't killed by wild animals. The number of mates a person may or should have vary from culture to culture. The Turkana practice polygyny, having more than one wife, as a way to care for the large number of animals the family must keep.
Ne choko ni gugu. Ne tinggal tu tabaru ko taramo inabu. Kata juga indin kada ka itu anti. Kan bareng, kana kan bareng.
Because a wife is such a valuable factor in the economy, the Turkana, like many other societies, require the giving of bride price. Here the groom gives valuable animals to the bride's family. This compensates them for the loss of her labor and proves his ability to provide for her. Deciding to marry is a major decision, not only for the bride and groom, but for both sides of their families as well. The bride's family must receive what it feels is an ample bride price, and the groom must be able to get his other wives to agree to the marriage, since it affects their wealth and welfare also. Kongu has decided to marry his friend Lorang's daughter.
Etiai ana boje tena wana potu wacha kela e potune anyu to boje ha benya na ha itiluyo sonza anyu tanta nana o tanana datang bangaya zui.
The negotiation of bride price is a serious matter affecting the economic welfare of both the bride and groom's families. Representatives for each side gather and bargain. The marriage seems in jeopardy when the talks break down into bitter argument. Eventually, the negotiations are settled and the marriage ceremony begins with the killing of the wedding ox. And the blessing of the bride. Following tradition, she's expected to show sadness. The next day, the bride's family sees her off as she joins her new husband and his 4 other wives in traveling back to her new homestead. Among the pygmies of the Ituri forest in Zaire, Africa, marriage and family customs help to preserve the hunting and gathering way of life that the pygmies have followed for thousands of years. Pygmy children mature at an early age. The parents have decided that a 10-year-old boy and an 8.5-year-old girl will marry. The announcement is made, and the camp prepares for the ceremony. When the marriage is formalized, the bride is officially allowed to step on the grounds of her new husband's camp. Many societies have rules which obligate members to marry either within or outside the local group or community. Rules of exogamy require marriage outside the group or community. Rules of endogamy require marriage within. Ituri pygmies are exogamous. Their marriages cement alliances between bands which provide mutual access to hunting and gathering territories. Pygmies also practice sister exchange. That is, when a boy chooses a wife, he must find a female relative to offer in exchange to his bride's family for one of their sons. This promotes greater unity among bands and prevents the depletion of females from any one group. When an Ituri pygmy baby is born, the division of labor between the sexes becomes clear. While feeding and caring for her child, the woman is limited in the kinds of work she can do. It would be impractical and unsafe for her to join her husband in long treks for the stalking and killing of big game. So while he hunts, she gathers and prepares food and builds huts of tito branches and mungongo leaves. The values of the culture and the basic skills of survival are inculcated from the earliest age. This 4-year-old archer learns the importance of being proficient at using his bow. The prey the boys hunt becomes bigger and bigger until their skills are finally honed. Skills which will enable them to become providers when they marry. As their way of life is passed on from father to son, mother to daughter, the pygmies' family structure ensures the continuity of their hunting and gathering existence. Other societies with different modes of subsistence follow different marital and family traditions. This is Haryana, an agricultural village in northern India. Dada, which means grandfather, and Dadi, grandmother, followed many of the Indian traditions, such as marrying someone from a different village and marrying within one's own caste, preferably to a cross cousin. Dada and Dadi's home comprises a single economic and residential unit. Here lives virtually everyone: single and married sons, unmarried daughters, daughters-in-law, and grandchildren. An extended family. Dada and Dadi control the family's possessions and money, which is pooled and shared, and organize the work for the entire family. Extended families such as this are common in many agricultural societies. They help ensure a dependable labor force, suitable for tending large fields, and provide economic security for all their members.
हम करेंगे जब भी न कोई चीज चाहिएगी अब इतनी हमने इतने पैसे चाहिए हैं इतने हमने लगता चाहिए है वो हम तो उसमें बड़े होने जो आमदनी है कि आप कमाए जाओ और खाए जाओ एक साथ तो मैं रखे हैं.
Although the extended family provides food and shelter for everyone, it is also a source of pressure upon members of the household, especially younger members who must abide by the dictates of the elder members. In an argument, daughter-in-law, Darshini, uses the ultimate threat of leaving the family to express her dissatisfaction.
बड़ी दूर हुआ हाँ हाँ ये होता डिब्बाई जमाओ तो माजी मैं मेरे घर में सपने में बंदी जब वो जैसे लाए उससे तो इस बात में मान लूंगी मतलब क्या मान लूंगी मैं अब बात में मैं जो आपके बराबर रखूंगी हमें बराबर मान कराऊंगी ये देखिए बात से और मैं रोज वगैरह खा रहा हूँ मैं तेरे लिए मैं तो तेरे लिए सो
Rajinder, the youngest son, who has just announced that he is getting married, is another family member who is at odds with family traditions. He and his bride celebrate their union according to traditional customs. The ceremony itself takes place in her village, while women from his family wait for him in his village, preparing food and gifts. When the new bride and groom arrive in Rajinder's village, a celebration takes place. Where will Rajinder live with his new wife? In this society, the couple is expected to live with or near his parents, a patrilocal residence pattern. However, breaking with tradition, Rajinder and his wife have decided to set up their own independent household away from Dada and Dadi, a neo-local residence pattern. This will have a direct effect on the economy of the extended family.
अनपढ़ थे जब दादा के साथ के आदमी थे ना वो इनके भाई थे वो अनपढ़ थे ठीक हो यार तो सारे सब जमींदारा करते घड़े आदमी थे तो घना काम करते अरे इनके थोड़े तो इनकी जो औलाद हुई है जो पढ़ लिखी थी पढ़े लिखे थे तू होता अपनी नौकरी मत दे तू अपना मकान किराए पे ले लिया तो अपनी प्लॉट लेकर अपना बना ले आप पे अलग अलग फिर वो दो चार बेचारे बच्चे पे रहेंगे फिर उनमें सोचते हैं थोड़ी सी राहत है थोड़ी सी जीव और मैं सोचता रहे भी चलो भी कोई बात ना फिर बार वो बच्चे बीर बनी आए बच्चे बहु आए बच्चे वो साइकिल खाना रोक लिए भाई इस तरह के ऊपर काम चलेगा जमींदारी में बताओ वही जमींदार ऐसा हो है खा पी ली है और काम क्या क्या हिसाब में चलेगा.
But after the celebration ends, Rajinder and his wife head toward the industrialized city, determined to live a different kind of life, independent of his farming parents. Educated and of the new generation, Rajinder breaks with tradition. Extended families are highly adaptive in agricultural communities. But in the urban areas where individual wage earning is possible, they are of less economic value. Arranged marriages are also common in the urban areas. A new factor in making a marriage match is romantic love. But even so, in contemporary Baltimore, tradition dies hard. Here, among Greek Americans, marriages are still often arranged as they were in Greece, not primarily for economic reasons, but to provide a link with the past, a continuity of shared cultural values. In the Greek town section of Baltimore, a young couple is about to get married. Although Dino and Maria are Americans, they continue to follow many of the traditions of their Greek ancestors, including the custom of arranged marriage.
Dino and I met, well, we knew each other years before, just by, face. We never said hi or bye, we didn't even talk. But, I was about 4 months ago, my cousin got married. 4 or 5 months ago, she got married, and I was in her wedding. And he was there, he was invited, and afterwards, I guess he told my cousin's husband, he's my cousin also, he told him that he liked me and all that. And then there was another dance up there 3 weeks afterwards, and his father came up from Greece, and then after the dance, I guess he told his father and then his sister, my sister-in-law called up, and she told my mother that, she told her the whole story, that they liked me and it would be okay for me to get married to him.
Being between two cultures, Maria, like her cousins, Jenny and Irene, sees the differences between two sets of marriage customs.
Arranged marriages, now, I have one, and it works very good. Most of the marriages that I know of, they are arranged. Now, I'm not saying it's the right way to marry, but I'm saying the facts show that it's the marriage that lasts. I have seen so many people, marry for love, which I think is, good to have and stuff like that. But, after a year, the love wears off, and what are you left, with nothing.
Some of the traditions I don't agree with. For instance, some of the arrangements for marriage is the way that a man will ask the parents for the lady, and the parents will accept, and the lady doesn't have she doesn't have the right to comment on it. And for instance, my cousin Maria, Dino proposed to her, and she accepted, and then they went out and got to know each other.
Maria and Dino will follow Greek wedding traditions, such as the wearing of a marriage crown. Maria will also provide a dowry to her husband, just as her ancestors did in Olympia, Greece.
I have a house in Greece and poverty, and mostly everything that my parents own is for me since I'm the oldest girl, and I'm getting married first for me, and this house is also part of my dowry.
It's all what between you is like you've done. Second, is duty to say Maria, don't do to say Constantino. It's all what between you is like you've never told.
After Maria and Dino get married, her parents will move to a new home, and she and Dino will move into her dowry house. 2 years later, in their new home, they raise their own family, living as most Americans do, in a nuclear family, a family consisting of mother, a father, and their children. Because industrialized societies can provide a living for individual wage earners, and because high mobility is required in the job market, the nuclear family predominates in such societies. But the structure of the family will continue to adapt to new conditions and to change. People in all parts of the world depend on group living for survival. Marriage and family customs helped the Turkana herdsmen of Kenya to develop prosperous family groups, and the pygmies of the Ituri forest to preserve their hunting and gathering way of life. Modernization can change an Indian family's traditional marriage patterns, whereas upholding a Greek marriage custom may smooth the blending of two cultures in the industrialized society of North America.